Hello everyone, welcome to the part 2 of resources and book list video. Today I'll be covering GS paper 2 and paper 3. Okay, so let's start from GS paper 2. Here in this paper you can find, if you refer to the syllabus, you can find there are 5 sections. Okay, section A, B, C, D and E. So with the first section, that is section A, Modern History of India, I had referred to only one book, that is Spectrum's A Brief History of Modern India, right? Now, you only need to go through the topics that are given in the syllabus, okay? Again, I think 2 or 3 topics were not directly given in the book, so I had made my own notes regarding those topics, like left-wing politics, Muslim League politics, women in national movement. These were the topics which I had referred to the internet and made my own notes. Okay, so I'll be sharing that with you. Now coming to section B, that is history of Tripura. I could not find any particular book for this in the market. So what I did was I relied on the internet and compiled some notes of my own. Okay, so you will find all these notes in at a single place. Okay, one thing that I want to tell you guys is that, see, there from this section only 20 marks are asked, right? So you must not refer one single topic to different or several sources, right? The source may be anything, your own notes or my compilation, or notes from the internet, or notes from any coaching institutes, right? But you must stick to only one single note, and you must not waste much time in this section. So please concentrate on one particular source. Okay, and this is in general, this is applicable to all the sections, the whole syllabus. Okay, now coming to section C, that is Indian socio-cultural heritage with special reference to Tripura. For this section, for part 1, 2, 3 and 4, okay, I referred to ancient and medieval history NCERT textbook, and for the last 2 parts, that is part 5 and 6, I made my own notes from the internet, and all the notes that I made from the internet I will share that with you, right? Okay, now for section D, that is geography of India. For this section I would suggest you to go through the NCERT textbooks of class 11 and 12. Okay, there are four number of books. So I would suggest you to first go through the book. See, this is the NCERT website, so here you can easily select let's say class 11 subject geography, then fundamentals of physical geography, and Indian physical environment. These are 2 books that are from class 11, and see, this is Indian physical environment, right? So you can download the complete book here and go through the index and find the topics which are mentioned in the syllabus and also in the index in the book, right? And then you can buy it offline. Okay, now for section E, geography of Tripura, uh, for this particular section I could not find any single book in the market, so I relied on the internet. And one particular document I would like to mention here, this is Economic Review of Tripura. Okay, Economic Review of Tripura 2017 and 18. I found it in the one of the government websites of Tripura. So this document, it's a pretty huge document. See, 382 pages are there. So these document, it came to be very helpful regarding geography of Tripura and also economy of Tripura, right? So see, like agriculture and allied activities, forestry, many of the topics are covered here. Okay, and again, you must not go through the whole document. You just concentrate on the topics which are given in your syllabus, right? Okay, And again, there are few notes which I compiled, so I'll be sharing that with you. So this was GS paper 2, and at the end of the syllabus you can find the marks distribution portion, and please go through it thoroughly, go through it, because this is a very important section. Like let's say from this section, right, section E, geography of Tripura. If you would go through the marks distribution portion, you can find that there are no broad questions, that is there are no 10 marks questions being asked from this section. Okay, so automatically your focus would be from this section, your focus would be only one liner question and 5 marks question, right? Okay, now coming to GS paper 3. Okay, again there are 5 sections in this paper. Yeah, there are 5 sections in this paper, and this paper is pretty simple paper. There is not much complication or not much resources also for this paper. So for section A, that is Constitution of India in Human Rights, section B, Indian political system and governance, ethical and moral values in governance, and section D, for these 3 sections, Indian foreign policy. For these 3 sections, there is only one source, that is M. Lakshmikant. Okay, so this is the only single book that I referred. And again, as I had told many times earlier, that there are few topics which are directly not given in the syllabus, right, and not given in the book. So I referred to the internet, and in the internet also there are plenty of material available on these 3 sections, right? So you can easily refer to the internet or the YouTube is a very good platform, I would say. Let's say for example, if you search this topic, ethical and moral values in governance, okay, in the YouTube or in the internet, you would find plenty of good coaching institutes material, right? So select one and just go through it, read it properly. Okay, now for this section, section C, political and administrative system of Tripura. Again, this is a only 15 marks are asked from this section, so you must not devote much time to this section. I referred to the internet and made my own notes, and also there are few government websites like tripura.gov.in. So I would share my compilation of this section, right? My notes for this section I will share with you. Okay. Now the last section, that is section E, international institutes and their role in maintaining world peace and order. See, there are only 3 topics, right? Only 3 topics are asked from this section, so you must not go anywhere for this. You just refer to the internet and make your own notes, or if you have any coaching institute's note, then also it is well and good, right? Okay, and again at the end of the syllabus you can find the marks distribution for each of the section. Please go through it properly, so you would understand from which section what questions are being asked, which marks questions are being asked, right? Okay, so that's it for today, and thank you for watching.